on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the CombatCast. So today I am going to make some updates to the BKFC Thailand 5 Legends of Siam card, because I realized the card released at the time was incomplete. Not all fights had been announced. So yeah, I'm just going to announce the remainder of the fights, do a quick breakdown of each of the fights. All right, so let's get this started, okay? So first fight that had not been announced at the time is a cruiserweight matchup between Buakaw of Iran and Johan Marin of France. Now, I've heard of Buakaw before. He used to be the boxing coach at the Maroc gym where I used to visit. It's where I made friends with Jack Ferguson, who appeared on the 1v1 edition of my show. And it's also where I befriended Colton Kielbasa, who was the referee at CFC, and Christoph Kirsch, who will also be participating on this card, as well as Denise Zamboanga and Jeremy Miato, who are fighters with one championship. But I have heard nothing but good things about him as a boxing coach, and now this will be the first time seeing Buakaw in bare-knuckle action. He has competed in professional gloved boxing. He has 9 fights per box rec with 8 wins and 1 loss, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He has fought in Thailand exclusively. Now, with regards to his opponent, Johan Marin, I tried doing some research. I've only found pictures of him wearing Muay Thai gloves, but there's really no other record about him. But BKFC Asia CEO Nick Chapman did show me a short clip about him. This guy used to serve in the French Foreign Legion. I guess he has that kind of military mindset still, hardwired into his head. And to keep it, harsh, not harsh, this guy has a few screws loose. But yeah, my pick, I think Buakaw wins this purely on his boxing skills. He's a good boxing coach. And as per the testimonials of the former fighters that he's trained. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Buakaw on this fight. Next up, we have a title fight for the vacant BKFC Thailand Featherweight Championship between Frankie Grisanasisang and Saransi If I'm not mistaken, both of these guys were scouted out by Mr. Fight Channel, and both guys are veterans of BKFC Thailand. Now, I don't remember what their records are off the top of my head. Maybe I will do a quick research on the good old Wikipedia. I remember they fought in 2022, but like say Sisang. Okay, so Frankie Grisanasisang is 1-1 in BKFC, while Mr. Siambu, I remember watching him at the very inaugural BKFC Thailand event. He won that by unanimous decision. So he is 2-0 in BKFC Thailand. So it's Siharat Sisang's 1-1 against Saransi Umbu's 2-0 for the BKFC Thailand Featherweight Championship. Now, originally the inaugural BKFC Thailand Featherweight Champion was Surasak Sukamcha, who I now realize his ring name was okay, I'm gonna try to get this right. Is Sansuk Vietnam Muay Thai. He changed his last name now. I don't know if he represents another gym or he had another sponsor, but Saenchai signed to fight for another Muay Thai program, which is why he vacated the title. This is what CEO Nick Chapman told me. And lo and behold, that program was none other than Thai Fight, my former employers, much to my chagrin. But hey, I can understand why. He's guaranteed to fight essentially, every week, every other week. So I don't blame him. But anyways, so yeah, the BKFC Thailand Featherweight Championship will be contested for between two guys from Mr. Fight Channel, Britain Hart and Saransi. I don't know much about the guys from Mr. Fight Channel, but if I had to pick, just based off of their records, I think I'm gonna go with Saransi Ombu. And Saransi Ombu has that finishing factor too. He most recently knocked out Victor Booty from England. Yeah. Hi guys, so this is me post-recording. So I just realized that I may have made an error during research, and actually Frankie Gritsanasi Sang is 2-0 in BKFC Thailand. But with that being said, my pick is still on Saransi Ombu, and that he will become the new BKFC Thailand Featherweight Champion. Have a good day. Next fight. So originally, M. Kontolai, who I did a individual piece on, the ex-con who turned his life around with professional boxing. He was originally supposed to face Kaivan Soleimani of Iran. However, paperwork forced Kaivan Soleimani to withdraw from the fight, and with less than 3 weeks before the event, Soleimani was replaced by a BKFC veteran, Johnny Tello of Canada. Now, Johnny Tello is no stranger to the bare-knuckle game. I have watched Johnny Tello fight at the inaugural BKFC Thailand event. He fought current One Championship fighter Sinsamut Glinmi. He lost that one by, I forget if it was a split decision or majority decision, but that guy is, he was designed for bare knuckle boxing. He also fought for the BKB Thailand event, which took place on January 21st of 2023. Granted, he also lost that fight, but again, I'm gonna say Johnny Tello was built for bare knuckle boxing, and he gets to prove that again in his fight against Kontolai. Now, will this change, the playing field for Kontolai? The funny thing is, I don't know, Johnny Tello's measurements, his height, his reach. I've been told by Nick Chapman, BKFC Asia CEO, that Johnny Tello isn't that much taller, much bigger than Kontolai. So so in that department, there's not that big of difference. However, Johnny Tello is a very slick boxer. He's got head movement and all that, because he's got a background that's really focused on boxing, whereas Kaivan Soleimani has been dabbling in Muay Thai, kickboxing, Lethwei, and yeah, sure, he's done his fair share of bare knuckle boxing, fair share meaning 2 fights, but with Johnny Tello, it's a completely different playing field, because Johnny Tello has done pure boxing, in my personal opinion. So I think Kontolai might want to be more careful with the change of opponent. However, I think this fight may still go in Kontolai's favor. Granted, I think it will be harder for Kontolai to get the finish. Maybe he might win this one on a decision. And also, he has the advantage in that he has had more preparation time, whereas Johnny Tello has had, 2-3 weeks to prepare for this fight, because of the sudden, withdrawal from the fight. And finally, so in my previous BKFC Thailand 5 video, BKFC Strawweight champion Britain Hart was scheduled to defend her world title against Po Denman, which in my opinion I thought Po Denman was very undeserving of a world title shot because she only had one win and only one fight in BKFC Thailand. So, as it turns out, Thani Pelumpi, the current BKFC Thailand women's strawweight champion, was supposed to get the title shot against Britain Hart far back in 2022. However, due to some complicated paperwork shit, that fell through, and Britain Hart ended up having to defend her title against Charissa Sigala instead. Now Thani Pelumpi will now be defending her BKFC Thailand title against Po Denman instead, and this fight will also serve as a title eliminator. Which I feel that this is a more worthy fight to make. It's also a make or break fight for Thani Pelumpi, and it's also a fight that will determine whether Po Denman is truly worthy or not of a world title shot, And in my mind, I secretly hope that the one who's not Thai wins this fight. But no, anyways. Because both of these fighters have only had one fight in Bareknuckle Fighting Championship in BKFC Thailand. And to be quite honest, Thani Pelumpi was not, I can't speak for the others, but I did not expect Thani Pelumpi to beat Suri Manfredi in the title fight for the BKFC Thailand Women's Strawweight Championship. And she did. She pulled out the victory. And that was when she was designated to face Britain Hart for the BKFC World title. But yeah, as I said before, due to complicated paperwork shit, that fight fell through and she was unable to make it to the US to face Britain Hart for the title. But now, hopefully, it all stays intact. Whoever wins this fight will get to face Britain Hart for the world title. As I said, title eliminator. But yeah, I think it's still going to be a fire fight. Po Denman has been known to be a counter striker. She isn't really known for being the aggressor, as witnessed by her fight against Ty Emery. Yeah, sure, she inflicted the more superficial damage, shall we say. Yeah, but if you watched that fight, Ty Emery was the aggressor the entire time, but Po landed the counters, and when Ty Emery got too aggressive, she would clinch and hold on for dear life. But now we will see who really is worthy of the title shot, and this will be, we're all gonna find out on November 4th. By the time I upload this video, it'll be the day before the fight, and I'm really excited to find out. And yeah, these are all the updated fights I have for the BKFC Thailand 5 Legends of Siam card. I cannot wait to watch all the fights on this card, Yeah, I know Buakaw versus Saenchai is the fight everyone's talking about, but me personally, I am looking forward to each and every fight on the card. It's gonna be fire from start till finish, okay? Doesn't get any better than this. And yeah, I guess this wraps it up for today's episode. So yeah, for those of you who are still watching, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And for those of you who've made it to the end, I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.